Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, the Mysterious Cameraman, and today I'm going to be talking about what I believe is going to be coming up in the new Spider-Man Lotus and Spider-Man Prom Night announcements. So I'm going to begin with Lotus only because I have a bit more thoughts on what I think is going to happen. So what I believe that's really going to happen in this film is basically what in this announcement is going to be the release date for this film. I think that is the main thing that's going to come out, and I think it's going to be this Christmas. I also believe that it's going to release on the same day that the official trailer release, which I believe is the 28th, which is next week. So, I believe that's when it will release, due to the fact that that's when the official trailer released 1 year ago. So, that's why I believe that. I also believe they'll come out with the release date, because that's what they spoke about in the Addressing Everything video. And that's why I believe that that's what they're going to come out with as well. So, I think those are two very big things that they can say. But I also believe that they're going to explain the whole editing thing and how they're going to get more editors for this film. They also might talk about how they're going to find not just some new editors, but also how they're going to really move forward with a film that has been so screwed up with their whole issues. So, what do I believe is going to happen? I think that they're actually going to keep the actors. I think everything's been filmed at this point. And I think this editing thing, I think it's going to be fixed by this point. And I believe it's going to come out probably in late December. Which I believe is very reasonable. Because based on how far I think they are, I think releasing that early is actually more than reasonable. I think it's very reasonable for it to release that early, which is why I believe that there's a very high chance that it does. So, I also think that for this announcement, they're going to really address everything to its final time, and then really say, look, that was the past, now we're going to go forward with this film, release date, who's editing it, what's going on with the actors, and length and everything like that in a short, condensed video, putting together the addressing everything, putting together the Q&A, and everything to really make this fan film really go into motion. So, now we're going to switch gears to Spider-Man Prom Night. Now switching gears to Spider-Man Prom Night. Sorry for a bit of delay for that screwed up editing. But now going into Spider-Man Prom Night, what do I believe they're going to talk about in this announcement? So, I believe they're going to reveal the title for this next one. And it's interesting because they promoted Prom Night as their final fan film. But I believe that one did so well that they continue to do it. So, what do I believe they're going to talk about? I think they're going to reveal the title first off. And I think they're going to reveal a bit of the plot. I think if they just say this is the title and that's it, it's going to be a bit underwhelming. But what villains do I think are going to be included? So I believe that they're going to introduce some new villains. And I believe that it can't be Lizard again. It can't be Mysterio. What I don't think it's going to be Morbius after Growing Pains. What I believe it's going to be actually is Black Cat maybe, Green Goblin, Electro, or Rhino. And I have reasons for all of them. So Black Cat was introduced in Spider-Man Tangled Hero. And I bet they were going to become more of a character, but they never did it. And it's also by the same character who's playing MJ in this current franchise. So I believe that they might move forward with making Black Cat a bigger character in this, kind of like how they hinted at it in Tangled Hero. Because I don't think they're just going to give up on that idea of introducing Black Cat into a film. As for Green Goblin, I believe it could be him mostly because of its release date. They're releasing this thing, the announcement, on October 31st. So that's a very weird day to do it. But they're also doing it because of pumpkins, pumpkin bombs, Green Goblin. Also, it's promoted with the pumpkins. So I believe that it could very easily be Green Goblin being the villain, and I think they're purposely putting clues with the pumpkins everywhere and the Halloween aspect to it, and maybe also making it a bit more spooky and horror, and really making it, even the last one was a bit dark, really making this one dark and a horror film, to really play off of a Growing Pains, Untangled, and Prom Night to make a dark one. As for Electro, they've already done Shocker a lot of times. And I believe if they use those editing things, I think they can put those into Electro and really make a cool Electro. Plus, they've done so many, every single villain they've done is very different. They did Mysterio, which is different from Lizard, which is different from Morbius. I believe that they're also doing villains that aren't usually in Spider-Man fan films. Lizard was the first one I've seen, same with Morbius and Mysterio. But what about something like Electro? I've not really seen any fan films with Electro, so it makes so much sense to really introduce Electro in it. Another character I haven't really seen in fan films is the Rhino. And I also already have a cool costume for the Rhino, which was revealed in a post probably around 10 months ago for Untangled, I think. And I believe Rhino was supposed to be the villain for Untangled. And I believe that if they take a lot of the things, what they're going to do is take a lot from Untangled and put it into this sequel. The other reason I believe this is because on his channel he already did a fan film tier list. So he knows what's been used a lot in fan films and which hasn't. So he can make a more real new story. And I believe that's what they're going to do with Electro and the Rhino and Black Cat instead of going the generic with Green Goblin. So what do I believe they're going to announce in a short summary? It's going to be the release date, the title, or at least the release month, the title, the villain, and a basic plot. I think that's what they're going to announce. So these were my thoughts on what they're going to announce at Spider-Man Prom Night and the Spider-Man Lotus things coming out this October. Can't wait to talk about those full videos once they come out. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.